How do you nail or screw something into wallpaper so that you don't cause damage and can still get your security deposit back if you're a renter? As somebody who's lived in 5 different rentals and has always gotten their full security deposit back, I do have some advice, but we have to tread lightly. But before I show you, a word of warning. With a lot of things as a renter, I was more so of the mindset that I would rather ask for forgiveness than permission. This is really one of those things you should honestly ask for permission. The reason being, if you use peel and stick items and leave a sticky residue behind, it's going to cost a couple $100s for a cleaning crew. I didn't realize this until I started looking into wallpaper for my house, but wallpaper is expensive as fuck. Not to mention, installing it takes a fair amount of time and skill, which means if they have to replace the wallpaper in an entire room, you could potentially be on the hook for thousands and thousands of dollars. But that's not fair. But what if it's old? But what if the wallpaper is still in production? Listen, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying it definitely could, and you don't want to be arguing it in small claims court. With all that being said, here is how you can nail into a wall that has wallpaper with leaving behind the smallest trace possible. You're going to get an X-Acto knife or some kind of utility knife, and then right below where you want to nail into the wall, you're going to slice a little V into the wallpaper. We're then going to fold that V up and not nail through the wallpaper, but just nail into the wall. You'll hang your picture like normal, and then when it's time for you to move out, you're going to fill that hole with a tiny bit of spackle, and then you're going to fold that triangle of wallpaper right back down. This still isn't perfect, but it definitely causes less of an obvious hole than if you just nail directly into the wallpaper. Finally, if this is your own house, I'm surprised that you're still here, to be honest. Definitely save any scraps you have left over from when you were wallpapering. You can use this to match up the patterns and cover the holes in the future. However, as opposed to just cutting out straight lines on a square, I instead recommend cutting in an irregular shape, and that will hide into the pattern much better. Anyway, hopefully this was helpful, and happy screwing.